got to get to Gary Lamb, who is a man who brings a very unique energy. He at times appears to be enthusiastic and boisterous. At times he's been quite loud. At times he seems angry, but
At
you know what?
times he's been sweating. He's been talking so fast he starts sweating.
At times he's talked so fast that he started to sweat. Ladies and gentlemen, I usually like a little mint jelly with my lamb, Gary Lamb. Gary, how are you?
Kevin, I just saw you on. I saw Kevin back. Training camp started. I just want to say hello. And I'm doing good. How are you guys? Kevin, you're back traveling Europe, jet setting, man. This guy's living the dream, Larry.
Look at that. Look at this guy.
This
guy. Barcelona, cocktails in Paris and, it's just, dinners. And I mean, come on. I mean, look at this guy. I'm out here grinding. I'm talking camp. I'm talking about, potential trade candidates. And this guy's, yes, I will have a little bit more powdered sugar with my croissant. Unbelievable.
Does he eat croissants now that he went to Europe?
He said his girl was looking for bagels.
Did the croissant, did you pronounce it different? You talking different now?
I heard that if you try to say English words in a French accent, it actually makes it much more difficult for them to understand.
Just use the Bay Area slang. We're good. Yeah. Hey, it's good to see you guys.
Good to see you too, Gary. What's going on? What's on your mind?
Larry, every season we got some 49er off-season drama. I'm not really worried about Trent Williams. Somehow we'll sign him. He'll get some guaranteed money in. It will do some rich people math, and the cap will be better for us. I don't get any of that, but that's what will happen. The two things I want to see to make the 49ers a Super Bowl team. Are the 49ers soft at the middle, Larry? It's like on both sides of the ball. I'm worried about Brendel. Is Pooney going to be the answer? Feliciano, he's old. And Eric on the other side, Eric Armstead. The guy's always hurt. We made the right moves, but he was 6'8". Like he was a monster. That's the guy you want coming off the bus first. And he was a physical specimen. I don't know if we have some that
chronic injuries though. Yeah,
he had to go. He had to go.
Yeah,
he had to go.
The question is, are they good enough against the run? And is their offensive line good enough? To me, I'm looking at these offensive linemen, right? And I'm looking at Brendel at center and Feliciano at right guard. And they're not bad. I mean, Brendel's a pretty good technician. Feliciano's a pretty good veteran, pretty dependable. But
Larry,
then I'm looking at
these
younger guys like Kingston and Pooney and Nugent, and I just would like to see them try to introduce at least one younger player for Brendel or Feliciano, and let Brendel and Feliciano play off the bench. That's what I'd like to see this preseason is one, maybe Pooney, maybe Nugent. Kingston actually looks really powerful and explosive.
Maybe
one of the young interior linemen have got to graduate into the starting lineup.
You're saying we need a weapon on the interior line. We need someone who makes someone think. And this is my thought about Brendel and Larry. I agree. He's pretty good, but if you face a 350-pound defensive tackle, he's getting knocked on his ass, and that's he gets physically dominated, and that's what's tough about that. And when you have Brock Purdy, the 3-step drop, the one thing he's not is tall. They can kind of wreck our plays. So but I think, okay, I'll put it this way. People talk bad about Colton McKivitz. I'm not worried about him because I'd rather pay Colton McKivitz his money than some overpaid, right tackle like we had before. So for the price, Colton McKivitz is good. He's tough. I agree with you on the other side of the ball. Hargrave, Hargrave is Hargrave. I am kind of worried about keeping Fred Warner clean. We don't have that. We don't have no one to keep Fred Warner clean, especially without Drake Greenlaw. But are we the toughest team in the NFL anymore, Larry? What's our identity? But what I do like up the middle, man, I don't want to agree with you. I like Mustafa. I like Brown. And if Afunga comes back, that may solve the issues right there,
Well,
so,
I'll
anyway.
say this. If you saw practice today, I know you didn't, but if Mustafa made one of the great plays we've seen in training camp in years, just soaring over a defender and a receiver to just rip away an interception. I mean, it was like one of these things that you looked at it and you're like, hey, did I just see that? I mean, it was impressive. I asked Shanahan about it, and you could see Shanahan was grinning because he's like, they know what they got, man, and they got something really, really special in Malik.
I love the secondary, Larry. I like him. I like Luter. I like Renardo Green. If Mustafa can cover and he brings that attitude, that's exactly what the 49ers need. If that question is answered, that's big time. None like safeties could put the fear of God in you, especially if you don't have Dre Greenlaw early. But I'll tell you the other thing that's kind of like, I love Kyle Shanahan. Like a lot of coaches, kind of, he doesn't know how to just give. The reason why we don't know if Ayuk is the guy, Kyle never lets him be the guy. Like, he doesn't know how to just use matchups and like simple common sense. I think it's going to take Brock Purdy to be the man on this team when it's time to run in the second half. In the Super Bowl run, no one's able to do that. It's got to be Brock's team. So someone has to be the guy to take over and be the closer. Someone has to be that guy because Kyle's going to get you there. But there's no one on this team who's going to be like Travis Kelce. And it looked bad. It looked bad in the Super Bowl with Travis Kelce shaking Andy Reid. Like, that's a bad look. That's a bad look. He's shaking his coach. We said, Greg Greenlaw's out. Get me the rock, coach. And is Andy Reid complaining about 3 rings and 20 cheeseburgers? No, he's happy with the 3 rings and the 20 cheeseburgers because, in the big moment, someone has to step up and we need to close. So what do you think about that, Larry? I love Brock, but someone's gonna have to usurp Kyle. There's got to be an alpha male. There's got to be the big dog, and it's got to be Brock because we've already seen the other guys. Brock was only on year 2. Go into the Super Bowl. He's got to know his role, but it's year 3. It's contract year. I
Gary,
think we got to prove.
Gary, people in the chat are asking you, did someone punch you in the eye?
Yeah, I have no good story. I'm tired and I have allergies. So yeah, everyone asked that. I have it's called an allergic shiner. Yeah, I don't have a good story.
We've asked him about it before.
Yeah,
remember we asked him about it before.
I'm exhausted, but I saw you 2 guys on the air. It's like football's back.
To get over here.
You don't sound exhausted. You sound very energetic.
Because I'm drinking. I'm a therapist, so I got to make sure I'm awake at night. So now
what kind of therapist? I mean,
I'm an
having
AMFT.
some problems. We're not communicating as well as we need to.
I'm an associate marriage family therapist. That means I'm working towards my license to be an MFT. So I'm a
family
therapist. Yeah,
so,
well, it's like a psychologist with a different like a nurse practitioner to a doctor.
Yeah, I hear you, Gary. Maybe you could solve this problem. I have this kid, okay, and all he does is play video games and eat food and live in my house, and he won't get out and just do his own thing. What do I do with that kid?
That's the problem of our whole generation. Touch some grass. I don't know. It's a dangerous world out there, man. Go take him.
Whole generation. There you go.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Gary, you're the man. We appreciate you, brother. Have a good one.
Football is back, baby. Good to see Kevin. Good to see Larry. The family's back. The Giants suck. We needed this.
Thanks, Gary.
There you go. He had to drop in a Giants suck. It wouldn't be a Gary Lamb appearance if he didn't drop a Giants suck.